Hey everyone, welcome to Miss Mini Penny. So today's video is going to be my week 4 and week 5 cash stuffing of August. We haven't finished the last week of August yet, but I thought what I would do is cash stuff because I've got the money here with me today. And then on Sunday, what I'll do is I will film my cash condensing and binder count up. And at the start of that, I'll go through the last few days of the check-in, the last week of the check-in, if that makes sense. So what I'll do while I've got this out, I'll actually go through where we left off. So we left off on the Sunday the 17th, and that was no spend day. I was off work. Monday I was back in work, was a no spend day. Tuesday I bought my weekly bus ticket. I was in work, that was £20. Wednesday I went shopping in the morning. I spent £20 on the food shop. It did come a little bit below the 20. But what I thought would do is if it's below, I'll just round it up to 20 and then keep the change in my purse. So the £2.40 that I put away in the tub, I also put that in my purse as well, just because I thought it's handy to have loose change, pound coins, things like that as well. And then I was in work. I was actually covering one of the girls that I work with. She was doing a course for something else that she's doing, and I had a little bit of a gap in clients. So we actually met up and had some lunch. We went to the Japanese 2D comic restaurant. If you want to have a look at it, it's called Waku Waku. It's on Instagram and on TikTok as well. So we went there and had some lunch. It was amazing. The food was so nice. I had the chicken katsu curry with the rice. And then I also had, the drink was amazing. It was a rose and lychee mojito. And then as well as that, I then had for dessert the red velvet Swiss roll, which was like the daily dessert thing that was on. And that only came to £25.80. £25.80, which I thought was amazing value to have a main, a mojito, a dessert. So yeah, so I took £25 from my friends and family envelope to pay for that. My friend Louise that I went with had rainbow sushi, and she also had the chicken sushi roll as well, which I've never tried. Sorry if you do hear any background noise. I've got the window open because it's bank holiday Monday. It's so hot and sunny. I'm actually filming this today because my friend that I was meant to be going to Blackpool with today is actually sick. So I would have been in Blackpool today, enjoying the sun, walking across the beach, but unfortunately she's sick. So I thought what I'd do is I've got the cash, I'd do this cash stuffing video instead. So yeah, so she had the rainbow sushi and the chicken sushi roll. I've never tried that before, the chicken sushi roll, because it's got the seaweed in there as well, but it was actually really nice. It was a little bit spicy, but if I went again I probably would have that as maybe a starter and share with someone. And then she also for her dessert got the egg waffles. There was 4 in like a little egg carton, so I had one of those as well, and it was so nice. It was like a warm cake with chocolate inside, and they came in little egg shapes with faces on as well. So yeah, that was a really nice lunch that we had. So altogether on the Wednesday I spent 45. Thursday I went to Greggs, so I think Thursday was going to be a long day at work, so I actually spent more than that. But the sandwich that I bought, so I bought the new sweet and spicy one, which I hadn't tried before, but it was actually quite nice. But because I've not put the total on there for the sandwich, because on the app I had reached the number, I think it's like 9 sandwiches and you get 1 free. So I kind of paid for a sandwich and then earned the reward for a free sandwich. So I thought I would just leave that on the app and not put it down on here, because the next time I go I'll use that and get a free sandwich. So I just put the Greggs breakfast at £2.70. So I just spent £2.70 on the Thursday. Friday, I went shopping. So because I worked the Wednesday I was covering, I went shopping on the Friday. I actually went and did a little bit of a shop around and had a nosy round Home Bargains, B&M Bargains, Primark, just to have a look at all the things that I've seen out, all the autumn, even the Christmas stuff is out as well, in some places. So I spent £15. I did get some things that I needed. I got some new work shoes. What else did I get? I did buy, got hedgehog food. I did buy socks. I did buy things that I needed, but I also bought some treats as well. So I also bought the Terry's chocolate caramel one. That was really nice. And I also bought the pink digestives, the raspberry and cream. And if you haven't had them, they are so, so nice. I definitely recommend those. So I took £15 out of my personal expenses, and then I only had 15 in that envelope, so I had to put the rest on my card, which was £9.90. So I do have a little bit of extra to cash stuff today. So I've got the 125 for week 4 and the 125 for week 5. And then I also got in that week 2 £10 cash tips. I also got some tips online through the app, but I got £20 worth in cash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put £10 back in personal expenses to cover that £9.90. And then the other 10 I'll move on to in a second. So I forgot to mention, yes, so Wednesday I was in work, Thursday I was in work, Friday I was off, Saturday I was back in work, and that was a no spend day. Sunday I was yesterday, so I normally don't work Sundays, but again I was covering one of the other girls that had the day off. So I bought a Greggs in the morning for £2.70, and then when I got home in the evening, my mum was like, should we get a takeaway? And I couldn't say no. So we had a Indian, and that came, my half came to £7.75. So I spent £10.45 on the Sunday, which then brings us to today, which is Monday, Bank Holiday Monday. So I have had a McDonald's for lunch. I had a Big Mac for bank holiday, and it was only £2.99 with medium fries on the app, like a special offer. So I thought I might as well get that. That was £5.78 in total, which I didn't think was too bad because that includes delivery as well. And I already had like a can of Coke in the fridge, so I just got a can and had a meal out of that. I also booked Buxton Japan Fest tickets for me and my friend. So my half came to £10.84. She's going to transfer me her half over, so I've just put my half on here. So because it's coming up to the 1 year anniversary of me working at the Japanese head spa, I was looking for something to do Japanese kind of inspired, and then I saw that there was a Japan Fest in Buxton in September, and it looks amazing. So many stalls, like different not only like food stalls, but workshops, calligraphy. You can get like your name written out. You can try on like a kimono and all different things. It sounds so good. So I told my friend who lives in Buxton, and she was like, yeah, it sounds so cool, let's go to it. So booked tickets for that this morning, printed them out already. And then I've been paid today as well. So what I'm going to do is, me and my mum want to go and watch the Nutcracker Ballet, which we've been meaning to watch for, I think, like the past 2 years. The first time we booked tickets, it actually got cancelled at the cinema, so we didn't end up going. And then last year, I think my mum was away, so we didn't go last year. So we're hoping to try and book tickets today to go and see the Nutcracker, which will be, I think it's like November, December time. So yes, so there is going to be some more spending on, I don't know if you can see that on here, which is the Monday. So I've not put the total down here yet because there probably will be a bit more spending today. And then yeah, I'm just mostly at work the next week. So Tuesday, which is tomorrow, I'm back in work. Wednesday I actually have the day off, so I'm going out with my friend in the evening for her birthday meal. Thursday I'll probably go and do some shopping, like a weekly shop. Thursday I'm in work, Friday I'm in work, Saturday in work, and then on Sunday I'm off. So yeah, that's my kind of plan for the next week, but I'll go through the last few days in my next video when I do the binder count up and cash condense as well. So that is that done. So as I mentioned, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the I forgot to say, where was it, the £7.75 on here. So this £7.75 on here that was extra, what I thought I would do is, oh no, it came to £10.45 because I had the Greggs as well. So I thought what I would do is I would put the £10 from here and the £10 from here both into personal expenses, because if you watch my last video, you'll know that I'm trying to take money from the envelopes rather than just spend on my card. So I know personal expenses doesn't have anything at the moment, and I've got the £20 that I got in tips. I've got my Sharpies here. So we need to tick off 20 on here So we've got a cutie meal, which is 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to go for chicken nuggets and a vanilla milkshake. So 7 for the chicken nuggets, 3 for the vanilla milkshake. And then we have the cutie meal at 5, the double cheeseburger at 4, and the extra dip at 1. So that's £20 going in here. And there's the 20 here. Just make sure I'm recording. Yeah. That's that. So that's at least got a little bit of money in there. When it's my friend's birthday meal, so when it's our birthdays, we kind of pay for each other to go out for a meal. So I'll probably take that money from family and friends, which I do have only 25 in there. So that's not going to cover, oh actually, I'm stuffing today out. So yeah, I'll put some in there to make sure I can cover that meal as well. So let's get started. So I think this is my biggest cash stuff. So like I said, I've got £225 here, and then I've just put that 20 in as well. So let's get started. Let's move the first lot here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put £40 straight into my holiday. So I've got £20 going in. It's going to be a bit of a long video today. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200 and 10, 20. Perfect. So I just need to put 30 in there, and then I can put a 250 placeholder in and get that in the bank as well, earning a little bit of interest. Next thing I'm going to move on to is the 25 for emergency fund, which is here. So I've got 20, 25 going in, and then I'll just colour 25. Can you see? Yeah, so we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 going in. So let's see how much we have in cash. Again, I'm trying to get this up to 250 so I can get some of this money in the bank. I don't want to have loads of cash in the binder. I'd rather have it in the bank. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 and 20, 25, 30. So 130 in there. Just give that a waft. And then put the 500 and the 1000 in. So that is for emergency. Next thing is going to be the 25 for premium bonds, HI, which is investments. So got 25 going in here. So 25 going in. And then I think we were colouring the lids, weren't we? So I think I'm just going to do all the lids in red because they are red jars. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, oh gosh, went out the line, 20, 25, that looks a mess. 25, never mind. So we've got 25 that's gone in here as well. So let's count this. Put that 10 there and the 20s there. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 and 20, 35. My brain's not working. It was a 135, yeah, 135 that was. Right, that's fine, give that a waft. And then the 500 and the 1000 as well. So that is investments done in there. So next thing I'm going to move on to is the cash stuff in money. So I've got 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 in total. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put £10 into the money tin. I was thinking I want to try and get this money tin completed, if I can do, by the end of this year. And that's not just going this way, it's going that way and colouring it in. So to save £1,400 4, 8, 12, 1,200. So I've got £10 going in. And then I will just colour that, cross that off as well. And then we'll see how much we've got in here. So we have 10, 20, oh, should I go across? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 250 in there at the moment, which is great. It's quite windy out there. I don't know if you can hear the wind. Even though it's sunny, it's quite windy. Would have been the perfect day for Blackpool today. Never mind. So let's move on to, so annual events is actually completed. So I don't know whether to, what I might do is I might leave that till Sunday and reallocate that on Sunday, because then the day after is the 1st of September and it can change over. So yeah, I'll do that in the next video. I'll reallocate this. So finish the check-in, reallocate the annual challenge, put the new one in for September, October, and then do the binder count up and cash condense. So next video as well might be a little bit of a longer one. So I've got some cash here. So what I might do is, instead of rolling the dice, I might just flick through and just see where I can put some of this money. So the first one I'm going to go to is family and friends, because like I said, it's my friend's birthday and we're going to go for a meal. I said you choose where, so I'm not sure where we're going. So I think what I might do is actually put a chunk in here. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I think I'm going to put 20 in there. So I've got 45 now. So that should be enough to cover both of us. I'm thinking, should I just put the other 5 in and just have like 50? Yeah, let's just put the whole amount in. So we've got 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So £50 in there. Oh, that's a bit of a dodgy 5. Yeah, so looking forward to that. That's on the Wednesday for my friend's birthday meal. That £5 Ben one's so annoying. What can I do with that? Put it at the back. Just try and see if I can straighten it. No, I don't think it will. Right, it's going in like that. So yeah, so I'm pleased with that. So I've got £50 now, so I know that will definitely cover our meal on the Wednesday night. Next thing I'm going to move on to is the next 125. So we're going to repeat the exact same process. So we've got £40 going in here. I can't even remember. I think that was 100 and 200 and, was it 230? Yeah, something like that. So I've got £20 going in. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 and 20, 40, 60, 80, 200 and 20, 40, 50, 60. So what I will do is I will probably swap this out for I could do it now. Yeah, I'll do it in a second. I will swap that out for a placeholder and get 250 of that in the bank. I won't do it just now, but yeah, I'll do that off camera. So that is that. Then we've got another 25 for emergency. I know I've just counted these, but honestly my memory is so bad I can't even remember how much I said was in here. So I've got 25 in there. So I've put 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So 25 has gone in. Let's give this another count. I think it was 100 and I'm thinking they were all like 130, something like that. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 and 20, 40, 45, 50, 55. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 and 20, 40, 45, 50, 155. So I've got another 100 to go for that before I can put a placeholder in there. So 500 and the 1000. here. Then we have the 25 going into investments, HI. So another 25 to go in here. I can't wait to buy more premium bonds. So let's get this on here. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So not much more of those to get coloured in as well. So I nearly hit my bonsai tree then. I don't know if you can see that in the corner. Right, let's get on with this. So I need to put that way, that way. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 160. Give that a little waft. And then 500, 1,500. So that is in here. So next thing I'm going to move on to, I've got the, oh, why have I got a 5 there? That meant to be there. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, yeah, 35. So 35 here as well. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to put the £10 in the tin. I'm going to put the £10 into special occasions, so we can get another one of these coloured in. Yeah, I can't believe that we've not only got all the Halloween and autumn food and everything else that goes with that, but we've also got some places selling Christmas bits as well, Christmas calendars, chocolate advent calendars, all that kind of stuff. So the Grinch's face is 5 and the hat is 5 as well, so that's a £10 going in. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, £70. 20, 40, 60, 70. Perfect. And then I don't know whether to roll the dice or again just put, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the money where I think it's best to go rather than roll the dice. So let's have a look. Bucket list, I'm going to leave that at the moment. Emergencies had some. Family and friends is enough for the meal. Health and wellness, I will put £10, oh, not 10, £5 in and cross that off. I have got the dentist in September. I don't know if I mentioned I was meant to go to the dentist. I went to the dentist, turned up, and then then I got told by the receptionist the dentist had gone home sick, so they rescheduled it for September. So I'm going back in September. I have already paid for the appointment, so because I've had to go private, so I have paid for the appointment, and then this is just to kind of, if I need anything towards any work that I need doing. But touch wood, my teeth, I've not had to have anything done to them, so I've never had a fill-in or anything like that. I've always really looked after them, so I'm hoping that I don't need anything done. So that's 5, 10, 15. So 15 in health and wellness. Then we're going to move on to, let's have a look. Holidays is definitely going to get some, because I might even put 10 in here, because we are meant to be going to Blackpool again with my friend that was sick today. We booked around mid-September to go and see the illuminations. So we're going to go down for the day, stay there till a bit later, see the illuminations, and then come back. So how much have I got left? Yeah, I'll put £10 in here. Got a little bit of time to kind of build this up, because I need to pay for train fare. I also want to do some of the touristy attractions that I've never actually done in Blackpool, like the Madame Tussauds, the Ripley's, believe it or not. I think they've got a new 4D Blackpool Tower thing where you can, it's like a glass panel, you can look down, something like that. And they've also got other things that I like to go and see, like Blackpool Zoo. They've got the water park. There's actually so much to do in Blackpool. They've got a Wendy's. I was going to go to Wendy's today for the first time and try it out and have some lunch. So I definitely want to go and do that when I go on the 17th. So yeah, got other things. Definitely, Blackpool is definitely a good day out. I can't wait to go. So there's 20, 25, 30, 35 in here for holidays. So 35 in there, and then I've got 10 left. Where should we put 10? I'm going to put it in, I'm going to put 5 in life goals, because it is on my goals list to go to Blackpool for the day and see the illuminations as well. I've not filled this in for ages, so I've got no idea. Yeah, it's that one. If this is the right colour, but I think it is. It never gets any love, this one. So that's that one. So we've got £10 now in life goals. And then the last 5, I will put into I'll pop it into self-care. And I'll colour that in pink. And that's all the cash gone. It goes so quickly. Can you see a car outside? So yeah, I think I'm going to go outside. My mum's outside sunbathing. So I think I might go and join her for a little bit out in the sun. And then I'm going to wash my hair. I like when it's sunny and you can just leave your hair to dry naturally. So then I'll leave that to dry naturally in the hot weather in the sun. But hopefully the tickets for the Nutcracker. Yeah, and just have a nice bank holiday. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 in here. And there's 25 in there as well. So yeah, that is my cash stuffing done for today. Like I said, my next video will be on Sunday, so I'll quickly just go through the check-in for the last week of August. More than likely there will be some cash that's been taken out of here, especially on the Wednesday. I definitely know some money will come out. So then I'll go through the check-in. I will reallocate this annual challenge and put the September, October tracker in for the beginning of the next month. And then yeah, and then do my cash condensing and binder count up, because this binder is getting, it doesn't look it on here, but it's getting very, very chunky. And I'll probably take the 250 from the holiday back to the bank and then put the placeholder in to get some cash out of here as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video today. It is a little bit of a long one. There was quite a bit to get through. So I will see you again on my next video on Sunday. So if you have enjoyed it, please do like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you again on Sunday. Bye. Have a great bank holiday.